right, we are back. The radio show ATL, The Aftermath, is back with you with another great guest. Easy, man. How you feeling, man?
Pretty good, bro. Looking forward to this interview with Bella. She's got a lot of things going on in a good way. So looking forward to talking to her.
So, yes, we're going to be talking to the talented Bella Maori. All right, she's an actress, a screenwriter, and a model. All right, that's enough to talk about right then. But she's got even more than that. So let's bring her into the conversation and let's talk to her.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
And I have not cooked that shit well done, and it was excellent.
Let me just put it to you like this here. Somebody, I go out somewhere and I order my stuff well done, and they come back and it's got a line of pink of it. The whole table may just get turned over. Cook it all the way.
There you go. You're going to have your wife send it back.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, we're back with another episode of The Aftermath, and we got the lovely and talented Bella Maori hanging out with us. Bella, thanks for taking the time to come on the show. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So, Bella, with you, you have what I would describe as a very diverse background when it comes to your resume. I mean, it's a bunch of things on there. You're a writer, an actress, a model, just to name a few. So if we could focus on the screenwriting, when did you know that was something that you wanted to do? Was there like a movie or show where you were like, the writing just jumped out at
you? Well, I've been writing since I was 8, and then I got into screenwriting like 2011. And so, but I saw, I think it's a show called Dear White People. I think it was on Netflix, and I just really like that concept, and because I know that it comes from a place, it was a book. And so it kind of just inspired me to tell my stories too. I just felt like I couldn't tell my story, or who was going to want to listen. But then when I saw that storyline and those issues, and those align with some of the issues that I have and things that I write about, I said, why not? And so I guess that's kind of motivated me, and just seeing other Black filmmakers and Jordan Peele and Spike Lee and like that.
Okay, yeah. So getting some motivation from some of the people that you were watching, that a lot of us are familiar with, to sort of make that your motivation. So, in speaking about that, about the web series Ugly, which the pilot has been well received, seeing about the awards and things of that nature, would you describe this as a passion project? And how does it feel to have something that you created, seeing it come to life?
Oh, wow. Great question. I think it is a passion, but I feel like it's also a necessity. I think it's just a message that I want to tell, about colorism and how it destroys and, it prevents people from getting certain opportunities and stuff like that. It was a labor of love because I shot it during COVID. So that was pretty interesting, doing a COVID production. But yeah, like I've always wanted to tell that story. And it's so ironic because just today I found out that it was in the semifinals with another film festival. So I was like, wow, I didn't realize it was going to be doing all that. And so I think people really resonate with the message. And so that was my goal and my aim. So, yeah.
I had to say that had to be a good feeling to see something that that was birthed from a thought process, and the next thing you know, it's not just on paper, it's live in living color.
Yeah, it's kind of trippy. Yeah. It's trippy. I wrote it at the beach. One day I just went to the beach because I'm in LA. Excuse me. And I just went to the beach because it inspires me for some reason. And I just wrote it, and it felt like this is what I need to do. Our hand wrote it out. And from that to just seeing all of this, it's like overwhelming, wow.
Just yeah, that is a wow for real. And then handwriting it, in this day and age of tech, you're handwriting it. That means that the ideas were flowing. That is excellent and inspiring to hear. So just again, we're talking to the talented Bella Maori. All right, so you can find her on Instagram at bella.maori, on the Playboy affiliate site. So that's centerfold.com/Bella Maori. And her website is bellamaori.com. EZ, do you have something for Bella?
Yeah, so, you mentioned that, you've been featured in a few film festivals, been nominated for some awards. You know, my sister, she did a documentary, and she kind of went through the same process. She got nominated for a few awards and different things like that. How would you describe that experience? I don't know if you attended any in person or not, but how would you describe that experience of like being there in person as a featured, you know, filmmaker? Like, how would you describe that experience and just kind of being there and like you talked about earlier, your story being kind of brought to life and being recognized?
Right. It's just, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable because I premiered it. I think it was earlier this year. I hope I'm not wrong because it seems like all these dates are going wrong, but I think it was earlier this year in April. I think we had a premiere. I hope it was in April, but I can't remember right now. But it was just like, wow, just seeing all that and all the hard work that goes into it. It's just not me. It's, you know, I'm sure your sister can vouch to that. The whole production company, the people that come and, you know, show their talents through acting and it's just, you just can't believe it, especially for a Black woman. I mean, I never thought I'd be able to do any of those things growing up in South Central LA, you know? So I think that I just want other young Black girls to be inspired by those type of things. And like, you can do whatever you set your mind to. You just have to keep moving forward. So yeah.
Absolutely. And with you being, you know, a Black young lady from LA, did Issa Rae have kind of like any inspiration or like kind of any influence on you and like what you do?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers. I remember when she first came out, her show was on YouTube. And I was like, wow, that's dope. And I've seen her career just do amazing. And I like how she tells stories of, you know, Black women in Los Angeles and just that experience. I think it's just great. Yeah, she's dope. She's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I love the show too, and you know,
it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to LA a few times, and you know, I'm low key obsessed with it. You know, I don't want to spend an hour just raving about LA, but like I'm low key obsessed with the city. You know, I try to go there as much as I can. So, you know, there's a lot of influence there. There's a lot of people of different cultures. So I'm sure that, you know, you got to write on paper because you might think of something that you saw just, you know, hitting up a strip somewhere and just being like, oh, you know.
Yeah. So I literally have stuff written on napkins, on receipts and stuff that I mean, it's like when the inspiration comes, you just got to get it out, you know. You would think I would just record it in my phone, but I'm so old school. I don't know what it is. I have to write things down, you know. That's just like my process. I feel like it's so authentic when you're writing it and you're kind of connected to it in that way through the pen, and versus if you're just typing it on a computer, you know. That personal experience, I think, with the words is what I really like to do. It kind of puts into the work more authentically, I guess. Old school.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So for you, like, what do you think is like the next story that you want to tell or something that you feel like you want to bring to life?
Interesting, because I do have something up my sleeve.
Well, you know, without you know revealing too much, you know, if you want to just give like a high level, you know.
Yeah, it's let's see, how can I say it without giving away too much? We never really see stories about Black people in the apocalypse, right? And there's so many, because I mean, I don't know if you go to Clubhouse, but
because we'll just start running. If the apocalypse is popping off, we're gonna run. So that's why you'll see us in it.
Well, there's always like these rooms on Clubhouse about, you know, what we would do and, you know, make sure you have all your stuff ready. And so I don't know, I've always just kind of wanted to see the end of the world, or, you know, just that time of Armageddon or the end of the world seen through a Black perspective, because we always see it through a different gaze. And I just think that would be interesting.
Yeah, no, I think that would be cool. I'm just interested to know, would your approach be a serious approach or would it be a comedy? Because I feel like a lot of folks, there's a bunch of Black people in the apocalypse. We're going to be acting a fool and saying a bunch of unintentional funny shit. So,
yeah, I want it to be serious. Maybe there might be some moments in there, but, you know, I don't want to be like, you know, it's like, you know, it seems like Black people always have to be funny sometimes. And, you know, sometimes we do have serious stories. Everything doesn't have to be like buck dancing and, being funny. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to know that I think you're thinking of going a serious route with it because, people watch The Walking Dead. They watch all these other shows, right? What was that movie with Sandra Bullock on Netflix? Bird Box or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Everybody was making fun of, oh man, if that was black people,
Yeah, what we do?
we just go on a thread on Twitter and just make a bunch of jokes about it. So it'd be interesting to see like a different perspective, a different tone.
Yeah. It's so interesting. I won't say how it ended up with just mostly black people being at the apocalypse. That's another thing, but I think it'll be an interesting thing to tell. Because I don't know if you've seen Nope yet, but it's just fantastic. I don't know if you've seen Nope.
I haven't.
Okay, I won't give it away.
Yeah, please don't, because 16 hates spoilers.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna give away any spoilers, but it kind of like what we're talking about in terms of, telling a story is serious, but then there may be some moments in there that are funny because funny things happen in our lives. But
right.
I think Jordan Peele is really brilliant when he does how he brings those two elements together. And so, yeah, of course, serious.
Cool.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Yeah, so let me just go ahead and just put this out there and own it. I am one of those parents. I have been guilty of dropping mine off one day with a very questionable temperature. And by the time I got to my office, they was like, quit playing, come pick her up. So from my understanding, that is not going to fly this time. Before that kid gets out the car good, they're going to have been temperature checked. Oh, don't. You call it what you want to, but I've had to get some work done. I was like, look, mama just needs you to make it through about the first 2 classes, and then I'll come back and get you.
I'm
but I just
dead.
need you to go for a minute.
I am so dead. She knew that she was going to get the phone call. She said, baby, just make it through second period, okay?
You're listening to The Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Going into your modeling, so with you being a centerfold, unfortunately, and there's a lot of misogyny in our society. Do you ever feel because you are a model that people can be dismissive of how talented you are?
Absolutely, yeah. Because there's people who are like surprised that I'm pursuing a PhD right now. I'm like, well, I mean, I have a brain, So yeah, I mean, but then I kind of can look at both sides. I'm not gonna just kind of be like, if I'm taking pictures and I'm nude or something like that, I mean, I don't expect people to be like, oh, I wonder what kind of science, or like, I wonder what she's, like, what is her theorem or what, I don't expect that because I'm putting myself out there in that way. But like, I really just want people, women to know that, you can do it all and you can still be feminine and you can, still be all these things. So, misogyny doesn't bother. I mean, it's like, I think if you let it bother you, you just have to carve your own way and be strong in that way. And you won't even, you're like, misogyny, just blow off your shoulder. So yeah.
That's such a positive outlook on it because she was just like, whatever, that don't bother me none. People gonna be people. I gotta keep doing me.
Mm-hmm. It's there all the time. I mean, I feel like you have to choose your battles. A really good friend of mine told me that a long time ago. She told me, choose your battles, because if you worry about every little thing, you'll never have any peace. And so I'm always thinking by that.
Yeah, that's some real talk right there.
Yeah. Choose your battles.
That's some good advice.
No misogyny. I don't give a damn. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you go.
No, not like that. Oh, now you're gonna have feminists coming after me, but no.
Man, you're gonna be all over Reddit getting canceled.
No. Get canceled before I even go. Like.
Yeah, nah, not at all. So
no, but you know what I mean. I just feel like people are really sensitive these days, and we just need to have more thick skin. Just don't worry about every little thing.
Yeah, and I think too to that point, like, not everybody is trying to be an asshole. Not everybody's trying to hurt your feelings, right? Like, there are some people that just don't understand. Okay, that's offensive, or okay, that is not the right thing to say in this situation. Not everybody's trying to be an asshole and trying to, do whatever,
Yeah,
so that's a good point.
Yeah, you make a great point, because then you also think people don't really consider the source that's saying it, right? Everybody doesn't deserve for their opinion to be, I guess. I mean, some people are saying things and you're like, what? Like, just consider the source of where the information is coming from, and then that kind of determines how you're going to respond, or if you respond at all. Because sometimes it's not really worth the
right.
problem.
Right. So let me ask you. So, what would you say is the most difficult part about acting that people don't see? Because many people look at movies and they say, well, that's an easy process, but you got multiple takes, you got long days. And then one thing that you alluded to that didn't cross my mind when we were talking about that is that you filmed something during the pandemic when you're supposed to be socially distancing away from people, and you're in close contact. So what is a big misconception that someone who's just watching film would have about the process of making
it? I think all the elements that go into it, like, for example, when I was shooting Ugly, we couldn't have any air conditioner or anything on because it's going to interrupt with the sound. So it was hot as hell. Like, it was grueling. Like, I was like, what are we doing? And then the long hours, and it's a lot of physical work, mental. You're dealing with different personalities. You're dealing with like all kind of things going on, permits and insurances. And then, if things are going to, if your talent, there's something going on with them. So there's like all these things that are going on in one spot. So when you see the film, you don't see any of that. You just see the final product, but it takes a lot, like a village. It takes a village to make a film and raise children. Sure, it's crazy.
Not to mention memorizing all them damn lines.
Well, yeah, actually the way that you shoot it is that whatever scene it is you're doing, you can just, well, that's what I do. You can memorize those lines for that scene, not like the whole script. So like, say if you're gonna work like one day and then you'll see the scene you're in, I usually just will memorize it like that. But most of the time they'll feed you your lines. It's not a matter of life or death. If you forget something, you just do it again.
Okay, gotcha.
Did you ever have a moment like that where you were forgetting your lines, like you thought you had it down and you're like on take 12 and everybody's looking at you like, Bella really, she really owned it today. Like, let's go, You ever had that happen to you?
Heck yeah, I did. I shot this, I think it was last year. I shot this for like a Pangea makeup or something. Pangea face, whatever, queen. And I kept tongue-tied or something. And I was so embarrassed because I just had to keep doing it over and over. I couldn't say what was on the script. So they had to like reword it so it would flow out of my mouth better. And I was just mortified. I was like, oh God. And so I couldn't say it. Sometimes it's just like that. What are you going to do?
I guess you do another take.
Yeah, yeah. Or they could fire you. I've never been fired, but
let's hope they don't do that.
Yeah,
let's hope not. So again, we're talking to the talented Bella Maori. All right, so you can follow her on Instagram at bella.maori. All right, and you can also go to her website. That's bellamaori.com. Easy, get on back in here, man. I know you got something else for Bella.
So we talked about the Playboy centerfold a little bit. What made you want to get into modeling? Is that something that you kind of always wanted to do? Was it just kind of a really nice opportunity that you never thought about? Like, how did that whole process unfold?
Right, good question. It's funny, I always wanted to be a writer and an actress because I felt like I just wanted to tell stories in some type of capacity. But for some reason, I just kept getting like modeling opportunities. And so I was like, well, I'll just do it, because it'll get me, maybe to a point where I can start to like, now what I'm doing, like doing my own stuff. But I actually did, like, dude, when I was a geek, I was like braces, skinny, like the whole night. I was bookworm. So
you looking just like me. Geeks didn't look like that when I was in high school. What about you, bro? I don't remember that.
I was one in high school and I didn't look like that either. So
Well, I was like, it was crazy. I was an introvert, I don't know. It's not something I was just like, oh, I can't wait till one day, Nah, I was the classic, nerd girl, skateboarding, so.
So did that I know you mentioned that you were kind of introverted. Did that kind of help you out like with your personality, with your confidence to hey, I'm doing this, my photo's gonna be in front of a bunch of people. Like, how did that kind of help you with being an introvert?
Right. Well, I will tell you a secret. I don't know. I've never even said this anywhere before. I don't like to see myself in pictures and on screen. I don't know. It's like cringe. Like I don't look at them. I know that sounds weird. I know, right?
I mean,
yeah.
It's interesting that you said that, but I've heard it before, but
yeah, I know that sounds crazy because it's my career, but yeah, nah, I'm like, oh God, I can't look at it. I can't look at it.
So you're one of those people, you don't, you do the take, and if your producer or director's like, hey, that was a good take. All right, I believe you. I don't need to see it,
Yeah, yeah, I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's like painstaking to look at it. I don't know. I just can't. I'm too shy, or I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like it's like, because I'm so humble and so like grounded, down to earth, and like I just feel like it's a little like vanity in a way, but it's my career, so I do these things, but I don't know. It just seems kind of cheesy sometimes. So I'm like, I don't really want to look at those pictures, Yeah.
Well, you got to have a good group around you that you can trust, because, they could be lying to you saying, oh, that was a great take, and then you fumbled some words or something like that. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
To kind of stay on the Playboy topic. So have you seen at all the documentary that just came out, Secrets of Playboy? Have you seen it at all?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it. Yeah.
So with you working with the company and being affiliated with Playboy, what were your thoughts about the documentary? And I'm just kind of interested to know your perspective, right? Because obviously majority of the people that were on there were talking about, the crazy and evil crap that was going on at Playboy. But then there was also some people that were like, yeah, I know you're talking to these other people, but that wasn't my experience.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened to me and I enjoyed it, and whatever the case may be. So I'm just interested to know your thoughts, because obviously you're still working for them and still affiliated with them. So, what's your perspective about it?
Right. Yeah, I did watch that. It was very interesting. I mean, I would never want to discount anyone's experience or what they went through or anything like that. I just fell into the opportunity and it was there, and I felt good about it, and I took it, and it's opened a lot of doors for me. And my experience is just a little different, and it's changed. It's not the same. It's not like how it was before. So yeah, I mean, that is a great question. That's a great question. I mean, I think everything has a story to tell. And, what's even crazier is that I think it was back in 2000, I don't know, 9 or 10. And I actually went to the Playboy Mansion when it was still all that stuff going on. And so just like coming back to now, I never thought that I would be in this position, but I remember like the mansion and that experience and what that was like. And it was good for me. I didn't see anything that was bad. But again, everybody's experience is different. And yeah, at any rate, it's very historical and of American culture,
Yeah, and that's especially when you just think about like brand recognition, right? Like you could put the Playboy bunny up there with like, the Coke symbol and Pep, all these other famous brands, and people know what it is without you trying to give them a history lesson about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, things have changed. There's obviously new ownership and a lot of things have changed. So like, if you can you kind of give us a little bit of tidbits, like maybe what the company internally was like kind of saying about this, and just like what were their thoughts about it? Like what were kind of some of the rumblings in the
Right.
building?
Well, I didn't hear from the people that I know that I'm surrounded with. I didn't hear anyone say anything. So I wouldn't really know. I know there's a lot of talk on social media and stuff like that, but just me personally, I don't know. I no one's really saying anything about it. So I don't know. It's pretty just chill, you know?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. So, Bella, we got a couple of more here for you, and then we got a question game that we do to have a little bit of fun with our guests here. So I'm sure that you've gotten the question on, you know, who in entertainment that you want to work with, but that's probably like a stock question that you get all the time. But what I guess I'm interested in, and my brother was alluding to it, is everyone needs like a support group. So who are some of the people that you can count on to give you like an encouraging word to keep you going, or just to reassure you when you're having a moment of like doubt, like I'm not sure if this is good enough? Who is your, you know, your support group?
Right. Well, I'd say my support group first is my spiritual connection to God, and that's who I always go to first. I meditate a lot, so and then I have a best friend that's like my rock. You know, I have family that's, you know, stand by me and they're looking for me to win. And so, yeah, you know, I just have great people around me, and I think that helps. So, yeah. And so you said in Hollywood, or you said an actor who I want to work with, or?
Well, I was saying that you probably get asked that question a lot about who you want to work with because people want you to like name names, but I was more interested in the people who are within your inner circle,
right,
who are your motivators. Because you could say, well, you know, I really like Denzel Washington as an actor, but you might have a cousin who really just has your back all the time, or something like that, you know. So I feel like that personal part of it would be more interesting to find out.
Yeah. I'll just say my best friend, and I have some family that are really supportive of me. So yeah.
Nice. That's good to know. Like I said, that you had that group to give you that kick, because we all need that one, you know, that one kick to keep us going sometimes when we're feeling, you know, down and out or complacent. So, and speaking about your information, if we missed anything, like my brother mentioned the upcoming project that you talked about, but any other social media that we missed, or anything that you want to give voice to, if you could please just let us know about
it. I just want I guess I'll say with my project Ugly, how it deals with colorism, I just want to let, like, you know, Black women know, you know, if you're light skinned, that's okay, don't feel bad. If you're dark skinned, that's okay, don't feel bad about your skin tone. And I just want to keep that conversation going, and you're not ugly. And I just want to, you know, put that out there that I think the Black community needs to heal with that. So, and we can just keep that going. Check out Ugly. It's a pilot, but we're going to put it into a movie. So I'm really excited about that. So that's the first time I'm mentioning that as well. So this is not the first time on this show.
Hey, we're with it, you know. Glad that you putting that out there, and glad you feel comfortable enough, you know, to let that information go here. You know, we're appreciative of that.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Bari, is there kind of a like a checklist that you go through before you like finish a song? Like, is there a set of requirements or things that you're looking for that you're satisfied with before you finish a song? Because, you know, I feel like every artist has like their own mindset on how they want their song to sound like or feel like. So do you have like that kind of checklist for your own self?
Yeah, my checklist is make sure that shit slap. I'm trying to make sure that shit slap. I'm making sure that motherfucker slap in the car, studio, everywhere. I'm just trying to make sure that damn thing sits there and sound good to the listeners.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
So what we got here is a little game we do. It's called Don't At Me. And basically what that is like we present you with a question where let's use an example. Even though probably somebody like you wouldn't even eat this stuff, but I ask you, who do you like better, McDonald's or Burger King? And you'd be like, oh, it's Burger King. And then say, don't at me. But she's like, I don't eat that stuff. But I'm saying,
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, me shoot. I don't know if I can.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Right.
So
okay.
But yeah, so basically it's just about whichever choice that you would have. Like you're on Instagram, you'd be like, oh, well, Coke or Pepsi, I drink Coke, don't at me. And you just say your answer and then say, don't at me at the end. And that's pretty much it. And then we go from there.
I hope I can do this right.
No, you got
Okay.
this. All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna go with the first one here.
Okay.
All right, so Bella, when you're out in a restaurant and you get the menu, which do you prefer? How they doing it now? Where you scan the menu, or would you rather a traditional laminated menu in your hand? Which one? Prefer?
Traditional menu.
Think so?
Yeah.
Bella say, I don't want to scan nothing. Just say, I want to hold it in my hand.
Yeah, I wanna feel something. We don't feel anymore. I want to feel. I like to feel. It makes me know I'm alive. Yeah.
Right, so she wants to look to see whether or not she wants the fajitas or
Yes.
nachos. It just depends.
Yes.
All right, so easy, man. Restaurant menus, man. You want to scan the menu or the regular traditional paper laminated menu?
Now with Bella, you should have known she was gonna say paper because she's writing the scripts on pen and paper.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
Can't forget about that. For me, to be honest with you, I'm vibing with the scanning menu. I think it's convenient, and I ain't got to touch nothing because COVID's still around. So I'm gonna go with scanning. Don't add me.
All right, for sure. All right, for me, yeah, it's the same thing with me, bro. If I ain't got to touch it, I'm gonna go ahead and scan it. But I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm one of these people where I've already scouted the menu before I've shown up to the place. So I already know what I want before I even look at it already.
Right.
So that's a level of fat that you can't even have, and that's what I'm doing. Don't at me on that one. All right, so Bella, here's the next one here.
Okay.
Is the word emails grammatically incorrect? Yes or no?
What?
Wait. This is great. Oh God. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh, okay, I think it's grammatically correct. Oh God.
Okay, she says she thinks it's grammatically correct. Easy, ma'am. Is the word emails grammatically correct? Yes or no?
I mean, at my job, I use emails sometimes. Like I say it in emails. No pun intended. So I guess I'll say yes. I haven't been corrected on it, so I'll say yes. Don't at me. Yeah.
But okay, so look at it like this. So when you get home, do you go like, hey, I gotta walk out to go to the mailbox so I can check the mails? I gotta go grab the mails. So to me, I'm gonna say it's grammatically incorrect, even though Microsoft will let you type it and it won't give you the squiggly lines if you put it. But if you think about it, I sent him an email or I gotta go through all these emails. I'm gonna just say that
All right.
it's not grammatically correct.
First time ever on the show.
We doing some research.
I'm Googling it.
Did you Google
Okay,
it?
he's Googling it.
I think it's correct because the fact that it starts with a vowel. I don't know. There might be a rule that says you can say it like that.
It could be. Or then most people who watch this say, to hell with whether it's grammatically correct or not, I'm saying it regardless. But now I'm interested to know. So my brother's Googling it.
Oh,
so here's the
Okay, hold on.
hold on, bro.
thought I had
Here's the please stand by. And when we come back, Easy will let us know about that.
Okay, on Google, from Writer's Digest, email is the plural form of email, much like mail is the plural form of mail. When discussing email in a general sense, as in, I've gotten a lot of email. Sorry, I read the tongue over that was wrong. So when discussing email in a general sense, period, as in, I've gotten a lot of email. So there you go.
Oh no, I was wrong.
So for once in my life, I'm right and it's documented. All right. And you know
Hold
what?
on, there's more. Emails is the plural form of email when you get into specific numbers. As in, I've received 10 emails from him this morning. So I guess you're half right, because the way you were talking about email, you wouldn't say emails, you would say email. But if you put a number on it, a figure, then you have to use email.
This has to be the longest explanation for a don't at me question we've ever done.
It's crazy, but I wonder if you put a dash, if you put an E and then a dash, would that do anything?
Does that?
So according to Grammarly, either way is correct. Because that's the article I accidentally clicked on first.
Wow.
So we'll just put this right there, the more you know.
Okay.
Yes. So, and now what we're going to do is we're going to make the word grammatically the word of the night. So we're going to put that up on the screen there, the definition. So grammatically correct are the words of the night. They're right up there for you to take a look at. There you go. I never thought that one would spark debate. All right. So Bella, let's go with the next one here. Which do you like to use more, a tablet or a laptop? She's probably gonna just say it's a pencil, don't at me, but which one would you like to use more? You rather have a tablet handheld, or you rather have a laptop?
Neither. Do I say don't at me after I say neither?
Yes.
What to do? Yeah.
Well, there it is. It's neither. It's probably a pencil and a pad. Easy, man. Which is your preference, man? A tablet or a laptop?
I hate to do this to you, bro, but it just depends on the situation.
You in this nuanced context, please elaborate.
Well, like, there's some things that I just rather do on a laptop, like on being on Zoom right now, doing this interview. I'd rather be on a laptop. Whereas like a tablet, if I'm just trying to play a game or use it as my phone, then obviously I'll be on the tablet. So it just depends on the situation.
All right,
and that's my stance.
All right, the more you know. There's a no. All right, so for me, tablet or laptop, you can't go wrong with either. I'm gonna go with a laptop though. I spend more time on it, and I'm a little bit biased, but my laptop, I can fold it out and turn it into a tablet, so I kind of got the best of both worlds with that one. So I'm gonna go with laptop on that one. Don't at me. All right, Bella, we got two more here for you. Here's the next one here.
Okay.
You're listening to music. Gonna go with 90s R&B or today's R&B?
90s R&B.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
There's no debate on that. No. Genuine. Come on, we grew up on it.
Yes. Easy.
I still listen
the
to
90s.
it. Mm-hmm.
It's the best.
It's the
Easy,
best.
man.
Like half of the kids were made from that, from the Generation Z.
Factual information. No lie detector right there.
So Ez, what's up, man? 90s R&B or today's R&B?
Yes, don't at me.
What? Get out.
Wait, what?
He can't choose.
It's yes. It's both. They're both great.
No. It's 90s R&B. It's not even close. You got to search so hard for the right ones in this one. But back in the 90s, you didn't have to search. It came and found you. And I want to say for the record that some of you kids out there are not used to having somebody talk in the middle of the song and it shows. And you need to have more of that in there. The guy breaking it down in the middle of the song. Hey, girl, blah, blah, blah. You got to have that. They don't have that no more. And they need more of that. All right. So it's 90s R&B. Don't have it. All right. So, Bella, we got the last one here for you.
Okay.
This spark a debate too, but here's the last one. You've posted something to social media. Is it okay to like your own social media post? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. I know.
Please.
I do it. Somebody
Please say don't at me afterwards. I need my brother to hear this. Please tell him don't at me.
Don't at me.
Please. Yes. Ez, man.
You're trying to start beef, and that's just.
Is it okay to like your own social media post? I would love to know your answer.
No, it's not. It's not okay because you're posting it. You're resharing the content, whatever it is, right? If you're posting it, resharing it, there's no need for you to like it because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't post it. You wouldn't put it on your page. There's no need for you to like it because your endorsement is you pressing the post button or the reshare button on it. And that's my stance on it.
Well,
don't act.
Well, I'm gonna ask you on this one because it is okay to like your own social media posts.
No, it's
and
not.
the reason why I say that is because
you have other friends that can like your posts. That's what they're there for.
Okay, so here's the thing.
On Facebook, yeah, I get it. You gotta like your own post.
It's on your page. Yeah, it's like you can ask somebody who's running for an office. They gotta vote. They're gonna vote for themselves.
Yeah,
you know, they're gonna vote for themselves.
Yeah, but they have to try to win the race.
Yeah,
you ain't gotta like your own post to win the race.
I'm just saying. My thing is that
I feel like somebody gotta like it, even if it's.
But they will. Other people will.
But if I don't like it, who else gonna do it? I gotta like me.
Hold on. If you don't like it, you're not gonna post it. Period.
Sometimes I post. I'm like, I don't know if I should have posted that, and then
but you let the people decide, or you delete it.
But you still like it regardless, though, whether you don't or not. There it is.
There's no need for you to like it.
I'm just saying. It has to start with you.
Would you really post something that you didn't think favorably of? Like, yeah, you might have questions about, I don't know if that's the right thing to post, but you thought highly enough of it to post it because the whole.
And I thought highly enough to hit the like button on it too.
No, that is what other people are supposed to do.
Well, you outnumbered on this one, bro. It's
okay,
2-1.
Okay. I'm gonna say this and then I'm done with it. You can't be in the same group as I can like my own post, but get mad at the person that posts the same selfie every day. Because it's literally the same thing.
Oh no.
Not the same.
No, it's not. It's not. It's the same form of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but it's the same form of like, it's the same habit. 16 doesn't like when Joe Blow posts the same selfie of himself every day. And I'm not saying the same picture, but like the same pose. They might be in a different outfit. They might be in a different background. But he doesn't like when that person posts the same type of selfie every day. But you're okay with liking your own post.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like when people post the same selfie either, and their whole Instagram is the same pose. I'm like, what the heck?
But it's the same liking your own stuff.
But you don't know what day it is. But I'm gonna say this though. You know, you may not, like the fact that, somebody who posts that stuff likes their own posts. But I will tell you one thing that we did like, and that was playing Don't At Me with Bella Maori on the Aftermath. She did a great job playing around with us, debating stuff, especially that email thing, man. I didn't know that was going to turn into something, but it did.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Like I said, somebody just go out there and check on James Earl Jones and let me know if I need to Uber him some juice or some soup or something. I'm glad to do it.
Why you sending that man some juice like he can't eat solid food? Like, let me send him some juice.
Like he in a nursing home or something.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
We appreciate you, coming on, being so open with your answers and just, giving us different ways to look at things, explaining your story, and just letting Black women know that, you have, purpose and meaning, and that there's more out there for you. And it's so good that you're out there pushing for that. It's very inspiring, and looking forward to hearing more about your story as time goes on.
Thank you. I always say, you can write a book and you can take your shirt off at the same time. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, just based on everything you got going on, like your life is definitely like the definition of living my best life. Like you're getting your PhD, you're modeling, you're doing filmmaking and writing, like, you're just taking care of everything. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Definitely nice. And if you want to see more of this lovely face that you see here, just head over to Instagram and follow at Bella.Maori. All right, we're going to put it all on the screen for you to see it. The Playboy affiliate site is Centerfold. Just check her out, centerfold.com/Bella Maori. And her website is bellamaori.com. Bella, you are outstanding. We're so happy to talk to you. And, we just look forward to, other conversations with you in the future, for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. You guys are great. Two brilliant Black men. I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you. We're just trying to return that energy to you, a beautiful Black queen. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to The Radio Show. There is only one radio show, and this is it.
You're listening to The Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right. Easy, we are back on the aftermath. We just got done talking to Bella Maori. Man, she has such a great story. She's trying to inspire young queens out there, man. How you feeling about talking to Bella?
It was a great conversation, man. You know, she's really, like I said earlier, got a lot of things going on. I mean, who do you know is taping, writing, recording movies, you know, acting, modeling, and getting her PhD. She's doing all of that and still finds a way to still find time to come talk to us. So, great interview. Hope everybody enjoys it. We definitely enjoyed talking to her.
Yes, we did. And just make sure to give her a follow on everything. All right, she's on Instagram at bella.maori. We're going to put that up on the screen there for you. The Playboy affiliate site is centerfold.com. Go to centerfold.com/Bella Maori. And then she has her website. That's bellamaori.com. She's more than just a pretty face. She's got a lot behind all that, as you just saw. Please go give her a listen, a watch, a follow. Whatever you can do, it's all appreciated. It all counts. Now, for the other part of that, if you want to be a guest on the radio show, just send us an email to radioshowinbox@gmail.com, or you can send us a text, 678-800-1677. We look forward to hearing from you, hearing your feedback, all that stuff. Hit us up. We definitely want to hear from you. All right. So, Easy, man. Appreciate the time spent with you. Definitely appreciate Bella for coming through, telling her story, being a great guest. And I keep saying it, man. We're going to keep dropping these. We're going to keep dropping them, bringing you more content, more entertainment. So thank you so much. And, stay tuned for more. Catch y'all later. Yes.
And I don't know how we let her get away with this.
Oh no.
What are you getting your PhD in?
Philosophy.
How much longer do you have?
I'm in my last year. I'm getting ready to start doing my field research, and I'm going to do a documentary for it. So
that's awesome. Like you said that earlier, and I was like, I got to ask her about that, and then I just kind of forgot about it, and I was like, wait, hold up, I didn't ask her about that. So obviously, that is not an easy task at all.
No.
I've thought about it, but I'm like, I don't like writing like that. But you love writing, so that makes sense why you're doing it. So what have you enjoyed about the experience so far of getting your PhD? Are you doing it because like there's a purpose behind it, or you just want to be called doctor? Like, there's people in different buckets on that.
No, I just want to write, and I felt like at the PhD level, I can reach even more people. I can reach academia and the things that I want to say and issues about Black people, Black women, and Black community. But you can do it on a scholarly level. And so that's what I wanted to do, is to get it out that way. But also, of course, it's a prestigious degree, but I just enjoy doing research and scholarship. And I just have a lot of shit to say. So I thought that would be a good way to do it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, I just wanted to get that question out the way.